While Korean dramas top Netflix charts worldwide and K-pop dominates global music, just miles north of Seoul. Watching a single episode can get you executed. Ri Eun-hyung was a flight attendant who traveled between two worlds: Pyongyang, where she couldn't choose her own hairstyle, and Beijing, where passengers freely watched movies on their laptops. When her best friend was shot for watching one Korean drama, she realized the cultural wall dividing her country wasn't just political, it was deadly. This is her story of crossing that wall. Your engagement helps us share the human stories behind the headlines. If this matters to you, please subscribe, like, and share. Pyongyang is in chaos right now. A 6-year veteran flight attendant, one of only 20 selected from 2,000 applicants, just fled at Beijing airport. Ri Eun-hyung, have you lost your mind? Stop right now. Her supervisor's voice echoed through the terminal. Security agents gave chase. She didn't stop. Why would someone everyone envied risk her life to escape? Let me tell you her story. If you find this helpful, please subscribe and like. Congratulations, Comrade Ri Eun-hyung. The sweetest moment of my 20 years. 20 out of 2000. Final selection for Air Koryo. The acceptance letter trembled in my hands. Our Eun-hyung is going to fly. Mom collapsed right there, weeping at the news. She'd worked at Pyongyang department store number 1 for 20 years. Her daughter, a flight attendant. Dad bragged to everyone he met. Soon the whole apartment complex knew. March 2020. I was 21. The day I got my uniform: dark navy skirt suit, red tie, cap. I barely recognized myself in the mirror. Eun-hyung, in my day we couldn't even ride trains, let alone planes. Grandma squeezed my hand. She'd survived the war. Her granddaughter flying seemed impossible. My first flight: Pyongyang to Beijing. Take off the Daedong River through the window, Pyongyang shrinking below. My heart raced. Time for the in-flight announcement. The microphone shook in my hand. No sound came out. Deep breath. Try again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying Air Koryo. My voice trembled, but I made it through. A senior attendant patted my shoulder. Well done. Serving drinks, my hands shook. Don't drop the cups. Be careful. Everyone starts like this, she said. Small comfort. Something felt strange. The Chinese passengers looked so relaxed. We were tense, careful with every smile. Why did they seem so free? One read a book. Another listened to music, eyes closed. Some just slept peacefully. A young woman watched a movie on her laptop. A movie? On a plane? Beijing airport, several times larger than Pyongyang. The duty-free shops: perfume, cosmetics, chocolate. So many things Pyongyang department store number 1 didn't have. Eun-hyung, they sell South Korean cosmetics here too. My colleague whispered, South Korean products? You can buy them here? Shocked. But I kept my face neutral. Alone in my hotel room, I turned on the TV. Chinese news. Stories different from what we'd learned. Curious, but scared. What if state security is watching? That night, I missed my Pyongyang home. Mom's soybean paste soup. Dad and my brother. Do well. Repay your parents. I made that promise to my reflection. Air Koryo flight attendant. I was lucky. I didn't know then. 6 years later, this plane would be my last chance at freedom. January 2021. The borders closed. Comrades, due to the malignant virus, all international flights are suspended. Airline company meeting. The announcement hit hard. Suspended? For how long? No one could answer. My life stopped that day. Monthly dollar income gone. Food rations dwindled. Eun-hyung, no rations again today. Mom came home with an empty ration card. 3 months now. Market rice prices had jumped tenfold. Winter approached. No coal for heating. The house felt like an icebox. 3 blankets at night, still freezing. My hands and feet went numb. Eun-hyung, I'm sorry. Mom is useless. Mom cried. No, Mom, it's not your fault. This country is broken. But I couldn't say that out loud. 2022 brought something worse. Comrade Ri Eun-hyung, your colleague Young Mi's son watched a South Korean drama. Public execution scheduled. State security notification. Mi's son trained with me. She'd smuggled in a USB from China. Watched one drama. That's all. A 26-year-old friend, shot in the square. I had to attend. Her mother's cries still echo in my ears. That night, sleep wouldn't come. Mi's son just watched a drama. Is that worth dying for? Eun-hyung, are you okay? Mom entered my room. She must have seen my swollen eyes. Mom, something's wrong with this country. First time I'd said it aloud. Mom gasped and covered my mouth. Shush. Even walls have ears. Never say that. She was trembling too. A country where you can't speak freely, even at home. 2023 Mom collapsed. Diabetes. She needed insulin. The hospital had none. Black market price $500. I emptied my savings, borrowed from relatives, barely scraped together enough. Every night, I gave mom her injection. My hands shook. Every needle prick made her wince. I felt terrible. Mom, just a little more. It's fine. My daughter is saving my life. How can this hurt? Mom smiled, but her face looked pale. Her hand felt like bones. At this rate, I'd lose her. Caring for mom, I thought hard. 27 years old. My friend was dead. Mom was sick. No future in sight. The Daedong River outside. The river where I'd played as a child now felt like prison bars. One photo secretly saved on my phone. Chinese flight attendants in Beijing, smiling brightly. I want to smile like that. That night, I decided. When the borders reopen, I'm not coming back. December 2025. The news broke. Starting January, Pyongyang-Beijing routes will resume. International flights after 4 years. My colleagues celebrated. Dollar income again. But I felt different. This was my last chance. Hyung, you're on the Beijing route in January. My team leader told me. January 15th. 1 month away. That night, I started preparing. I knew a Korean-Chinese woman in China. Met her in Beijing back in 2020. I called secretly. She connected me with a broker. Cost $3,000. Everything I'd saved in 6 years. January 15th. My contact will wait at Beijing airport. Could I trust this? No choice. That month was the hardest. Act normal. Go to work. Smile. Chat with colleagues. But inside, I counted down every day. 30 days left. 20 days. 10 days. Every night I packed, then unpacked. What should I take? Photos of my parents. Childhood pictures. One small doll. That's all. I saved photos of North Korea on my phone. The Daedong River. Moran Hill. Our apartment building. Places I'd never see again. New Year 2026. The last holiday. I knew it, but couldn't say anything. Hyung, I made lots of rice cake soup. Eat plenty. Mom smiled, setting the table. Eating that soup, tears came. This is the last time. Hyung, find someone good this year. You're 28. Dad's words. Still time, I answered. A lie. No marriage. I'm leaving this country. Early morning, I bowed deeply to my parents. Mom, Dad, stay healthy. What are you saying? You're doing so well. Mom's smile tore at my heart. January 14th night. I watched my parents sleep for a long time. I'm sorry. I'll bring you out someday. Only in my mind. I snuck into Mom's room. Tucked in her blanket. Studied her face. Deeper wrinkles now. She'd suffered because of me. I love you, Mom. A whisper. Mom murmured in her sleep. Tears came. Next morning, pre-dawn. I put on my uniform. My reflection looked foreign. Last time wearing this. Hyung, have a safe trip. Mom waved at the door. I wanted to look back. I couldn't. If I looked back, I might not leave. See you soon. My last lie. On the way to the airport, I saw the Daedong River. 28 years in this city. Pyongyang, I'd never see it again. Goodbye, my hometown. A silent farewell. January 15, 2026. Pyongyang Sunan Airport. 5 a.m. Hyung, how are you feeling? Good. Another lie. My heart felt ready to explode. The plane took off. Pyongyang disappeared outside the window. The Daedong River, Patong River, my apartment. Everything getting smaller. Serving drinks to passengers, my hands shook. Stay natural. You have to smile. Beijing Airport. 2 p.m. Comrades, let's move to the hotel bus. The team leader gathered everyone. My heartbeat felt deafening. I need the restroom. Hurry back. I ran to the bathroom. Changed into civilian clothes. Black pants. White t-shirt. The flight attendant in the mirror gone. Now a defector. My hands shook so badly I could barely button my clothes. Deep breath. You can do this, Hyung. You can. Putting my uniform in the bag, a thought crossed my mind. 6 years in this uniform. I'd been proud of it. Now, goodbye forever. Opening the bathroom door, my legs wobbled. Too many people in the corridor. What if someone recognized me? Head down, one step at a time. The exit drew closer. I dialed the broker's number. I'm out. 3rd floor exit. Black car waiting. I walked fast through the airport corridor. State security agents in the distance. Head down. I stepped onto the escalator. Hyung, my supervisor's voice from behind. Comrade Hyung, where are you going? My legs went weak, but I ran. Full speed. People jumped aside, startled. She's running. Catch her. Security agents gave chase. Shoe sounds behind me. Getting closer. The exit appeared. Black car. Just 20 meters. Hurry. I ran. Never ran this fast in my life. Gasping for breath. A security agent grabbed my clothes. Ripping sound. My t-shirt hem tore, but I didn't stop. Stop. Ri-eun-hyung. Stop. My ears rang. I couldn't see anything. Just ran forward. I threw myself at the car door. Go. The car tore away. Security agents chasing behind, visible in the mirror. But getting smaller. You're safe now. The broker spoke. Finally, I could breathe. My whole body trembled. Sweat poured like rain. Are you okay? Yes. I'm alive. Really alive. Beijing streets through the car window. Free people. Bright signs. I looked at myself without the uniform. No longer a North Korean. A new life was beginning. The car headed to a Korean-Chinese village on Beijing's outskirts. 3 hours later, a small room. Barely a proper window. Hide here for 3 months. Never go outside. I felt grateful just to be alive. First night, no sleep came. Soaked my pillow thinking of my parents. The Korean-Chinese landlady brought kimchi stew. Tasted like home. We're the same people, aren't we? My grandfather came from the north too. She cooked for me daily. Soybean paste stew, kimchi stew, braised tofu. Foods mom used to make. Why are you so kind to me? Child, if I'd been born in North Korea, I'd be just like you. We just got lucky. Her eyes welled up too. Daytime stuck inside. Police crackdowns. Getting caught meant repatriation, then execution. I opened the curtain slightly. Watched outside. Children going to school. People heading to market. Ordinary life. I wanted to walk freely like that. Only at night could I climb the back hill. Look at the stars. Same stars as Pyongyang, but a free sky. Mom, Dad, can you see these stars? I'm watching them too. Talking to myself. Were my parents looking at the same stars in Pyongyang right now? Third week. I met a South Korean missionary. You can reach Korea through Thailand. Dangerous, though. I can do it. I want to. He gave me a Bible. Religion forbidden in North Korea. I started reading nightly. Lord, let me see my parents again. My first prayer. Second month. My face appeared on TV. Wanted notice. My hands shook. 1 more month trapped inside. 28 years old, stuck in a tiny room. Felt like going crazy, but I endured. Third month. News came. You can go to Thailand. Forged passport. New name, Wang Li. Now I was Chinese. Last night, the landlady came. Live well in Korea. When unification comes, we'll all go home, right? That day will come. Next morning, before dawn. Headed to Beijing airport. 100 days of hiding over. Now to Thailand. Then South Korea. Beijing airport. Forged passport in hand. I approached the exit gate. Passport, please. Chinese customs officer. My hands trembled. Wang Li. I spoke in practiced Chinese. The officer compared my face to the passport. Go ahead. He stamped it. I'd made it. Bangkok-bound flight. 4 hours later, arrival. April 2026. I'm a North Korean defector. I want to go to South Korea. I told airport police. 2 days waiting in a small room. 2 days later, I met a South Korean consul. Are you Ms. Ri-eun-hyung? Yes. First time meeting a South Korean. Tears came. You can go to Korea now. Protection approved. Welcome as a citizen of the Republic of Korea. I collapsed to the floor. 4-month journey. The end was in sight. But the North Korean embassy pressured Thailand. Repatriate her. I'll die if you send me back. Thai immigration detention. Small room, 1 bed. Bars on the window. 2 weeks locked here. 2 meals a day. Couldn't go outside. The consul visited daily. Eun-hyung, hang in there. The Korean government is doing everything possible. Sir, can I really go? Yes, you absolutely can. Trust me. His eyes showed he meant it. Without him, I might have given up. Every night, I prayed. Reading the Bible I'd gotten in China. Lord, please let me reach Korea. 2 weeks later, Korea travel approved. I received an Incheon ticket. Seoul, Incheon. Thank you. My hands shook so much I nearly dropped it. Really going to South Korea. April 20th. I boarded the Incheon flight. A Korean air attendant smiled. Would you like a beverage? She smiled freely. After 4 months, I smiled easily too. Water, please. Thank you. She handed me water with a natural smile. Not forced. Real. 6-hour flight. Couldn't sleep. Excited, scared, hopeful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching Seoul. Incheon International Airport. The captain's announcement. English and Korean. I looked out the window. Lights below. Seoul, South Korea. The plane landed. Wheels touching ground, tears came. I'm here. Really here. 28 years to find freedom. 4 months of running. All over. Now, a new beginning. April 20th, 2026. 10 a.m. The plane door opened. South Korean soil. Immigration hall. People walking freely, laughing, talking on phones. North Korean defector? Yes. Welcome. After 2 hours in a separate area, I got in a van heading to Hanawan Resettlement Center. Looking out the window, I was stunned. Lights everywhere. 5 p.m., but the streets glowed. Signs, streetlights. North Korea goes dark by 6. Bright 24 hours? Unbelievable. Bright as day at night. A convenience store appeared, lit up at night. You can buy things at night? Anytime. The highway, so many cars. All looked new. Cars are rare in North Korea. Here, too many. Quick rest stop. Heading to the bathroom, shocked. Toilet paper. Free. Use as much as you want. In North Korea, paper is precious. We use newspaper. Here, soft tissue. Free. This really is a different world. I muttered at the bathroom mirror. Hanawan, first night. I went to the dining hall. Rice, soup, 10 side dishes. Kimchi, vegetables, fish, meat. Can I eat all this? We'll bring more if you need. I cried while eating my fill. They taught us the internet. I searched, North Korea. Countless articles. I won't get arrested for looking at this? You're free now. I left a YouTube comment. No censorship. I'm also a defector. No one came to arrest me. I went to a supermarket. E-Mart. Products stacked like mountains. Snacks, ramen, meat. 100 times more than North Korea. I walked slowly, looking at everything. Chocolate alone, dozens of varieties. Ramen, dozens of types. How could there be so many? Meat section. Beef, pork, chicken everywhere. Freshly packaged. Did all this come today? Yes. Fresh deliveries daily. Daily? In North Korea, we see meat only on holidays. I bought chocolate. Ferrero Rocher. 7,001. A week's allowance. The moment it touched my tongue, tears came. So sweet. This is what freedom tastes like. 3 months later, training ended. I received 3 million won settlement money. Rented a small room. First night, I opened the window. Seoul at night. Countless lights. Mom, Dad, I've reached a free country. I missed my parents. When unification comes, I'll bring you here. A new life had begun. July 2026. I started working at Incheon Airport duty-free shop. Ironic. Working at the airport I'd fled from. But now with dignity. Welcome. Leave when I want. Rest when I need. Freedom. First paycheck 2 million won. Money I couldn't earn in a lifetime in North Korea. I wrote to my parents. Through a broker. Mom, Dad, I'm doing well. We'll meet again. No reply came, but I wrote every month. I enrolled in distance university. Korean literature. Goal graduate before 30. Studying at night, thinking. Things impossible in North Korea. Learning felt exciting. Korean literature, Korean history. Our nation's story. The North and South were once one. I felt it anew. Even homework felt liberating. Search the internet for sources. Write freely. No censorship. This is real learning. First exam. Nervous but fun. Result B. Satisfying. At a defector gathering, I made friends. Hyung, let's get chimaek, chicken and beer. Chicken and beer. Laughing, talking, eating freely together. My friends had all taken hard journeys like mine. We understood each other. We really made the right choice, didn't we? Of course. This is paradise. Sometimes I dreamed of my parents. Mom crying. Those mornings, I cried. I started a YouTube channel. Hyung's North Korea Stories. I wanted to share my experience. Let me tell you about North Korean markets. Warm comments gave me strength. We support you. Hope unification comes soon. December. My first winter. I walked Myeongdong streets. Christmas decorations, carols. A year ago, I'd spent my last New Year in Pyongyang. I took photos with my phone. Freely. Posted on Instagram. Hyung, you're beautiful. Friends comments. This is freedom. At night, back in my room, I opened the window. Soul sparkled. Mom, Dad, I miss you. I said it every night. But I'm doing well. Here, I can dream. I looked at the northern sky. Beyond that sky, Pyongyang. When unification comes, we'll meet. Please wait until then. 28 years old. Not too late. I started dreaming new dreams. Study, work, love. Freely. Don't give up on your dreams. I finished my YouTube video. Freedom isn't guaranteed. It's precious. I feel that every single day. I ended the recording and went outside. Seoul's sky was blue. A free sky. Thank you, Republic of Korea. I walked, smiling. I was no longer Hyung. I was free.